Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. We're working on shocks again today. We're going to do a full disassembly and a reassembly of a shock absorber off of our ECX Ruckus. Now, these are aluminum. We've upgraded the shocks on ours to aluminum bodies. The first step in servicing a shock is, in the previous episode, we just took off this collar and the spring. Yeah. And then you want to crack open the top of the shock, right? So sometimes this might be a little bit tough, but hold the body with one hand, unscrew it with the other. Oh, we're actually undoing the bottom on this, so the bottom is hexed as well. I'm gonna just screw the collar up on this. Yeah. So we're gonna twist this off. We're gonna twist the top off. Ooh. Why? And this one is on a little bit tight. We're gonna get usually the shock bodies will have some sort of beveled edge on the top here, right? So you can actually take a pair of pliers. I'm gonna grab a pair of pliers real quick. So we grabbed a pair of pliers here. Because these shocks that we're working on have aluminum bodies, you don't want to use pliers directly on them because you might mar the finish. You might scratch up the finish on them. So what you can do is just grab some tape. You can either tape up the shock body itself or put some tape around the serrated teeth on these pliers here. Right, got a little bit of tape that fell off on one of them already, but put some masking tape on there, maybe 2 layers, depending on how.
Papa, can I have some tape?
Yeah, you can have some tape.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm. Here, why don't you play with this tape? All right, so we've got some tape around the teeth. Grab the shock body like so.
How do you get this off? Whip it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna grab onto the shock body there.
Whip it, Baba.
Okay, I'll help you. And then now we've got. Just work this loose here.
Baba, you have to put this one right here.
Mm-hmm. And what you might also need is like a screwdriver or a hex driver or something. Got a shock hanging over there draining. And put it through the eye on the shock body there, or the shock cap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me help you. All right, there you go. Okay, so now we've worked the shock cap loose.
Can I fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I fix this?
And now we can take the shock cap off. You'll want to clean this off with like a tissue or something, right?
Baba, why is this too heavy?
Ooh. Why is it too heavy? Okay.
Mama, can I tape it?
Sure, you can tape it.
Mama, I cannot tape it.
You can.
Just put
All
it
right, so
in
once you
the
take the
slow.
cap off, you'll notice also that there's a piece of rubber. The rubber might also be stuck in the cap. And
Baba, it doesn't fix together. Not together, not that fix mine.
all right, so we're gonna just go ahead and remove this cap, place it on a clean paper towel. Ooh, this cap looks like when the previous owner
Baba, can I tape it?
Put these on. The cap wasn't on completely straight, so that rubber has been deformed a little bit. We'll see if it retakes its shape. But
Anything is broken.
see this fluid in here? It's actually kind of low. It's probably about halfway down.
The tape is coming off. Can I put a new tape?
Sure, you can put a new tape on there. Right, so definitely the shock was in need of some service. What we can do is just go ahead and grab a plastic bottle or a small cup or something, and then dump that fluid into the cup. You won't be needing that anymore. And then you can hang it, the fluid. Yeah, that's the liquid that's inside the shock. Just hang it over a cup or something, or an old bottle with a screwdriver, and let that drain out.
Mommy, does it have a cap?
Mm-hmm. So we might actually need new O-rings on that shock because it was pretty low on fluid, but how these shocks work is that they will lose fluid over time just from the action of the piston. A small amount of that silicon fluid, that silicon shock fluid, is used every time the shock compresses and rebounds. So these shocks do need to be serviced regularly due to that fact, right? You're losing fluid as you're driving the car. Not to mention if you have a leaky O-ring or whatnot, you're going to lose a little bit more fluid. So we'll continue this shock building series here. Let us know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.